Richard, what are you doing out here?
I'm working, Teresa.
I know you're working.
This is Richard and Teresa back at you. We're glad to be back, guys. Shoulder's feeling really good. Got a lot of strength back in it, but still taking it easy. And look what we got to work on, guys. Some old classic car. 66 Mustang. The customer actually lives a few blocks down from us. He tried to get it into me right when we were closing our shop down in town, and he decided to wait. Or excuse me, he went ahead and had it rebuilt by another shop here in town, and it don't work. It's a 66 Mustang with a green dot C-4 transmission in it. I went and drove it, and which I shouldn't have drove it, which I'll show you here in a second why I shouldn't have drove it, but
Yeah.
I had to drive it and get the feel of what the transmission was doing. This tranny here, it's capable of a 2-speed, and it's capable of a 3-speed application, but just by putting the shifter in certain areas. If you go to park, reverse, neutral, the first drive, it's a 2-speed. It takes off in second, shifts to third. If you go to the green dot, move the shifter down one more time. It's got a little green dot on the floor on the shifter. It's a 3-speed. It'll take off in first, shift to second, shift to third. But also it has one more location, which is manual low. So you can go from manual low, shift it to second. You could go ahead and shift it to third, all the way through the gears. But like I say, the first detent is 2-speed, the second detent is a 3-speed.
That just sounds like a hassle to me.
But it's not working. It's doing all kinds of weird stuff. It seems like it don't have second gear possibly. It's got a good reverse. It's got a good first gear. So we know our third gear clutch is capable of working. Our reverse band's working because those two clutches come on to back up. It's got a good reverse. Our forward clutch is working because it goes forward good, no delays. But I can't tell if it's got a second gear. I really can't tell. It's open exhaust for one. You can get in here and look. There's no exhaust on it at all. Like I said, it's been done about a year ago. It's got some tranny leaks around the pan, but it has 0 miles on it. Now I did go ahead and check some things on it. I've checked the vacuum on it.
So I have to say this real quick.
Okay.
They're gonna see some stuff because you already cracked your deal back here on the back of this camera.
Can you see a crack?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
You can see a crack through there?
Yeah. Look.
Oh yeah, you can a little bit, huh? That's crazy. Well, at least I got another new one in there I'll have to put on there after this video. But anyway, I've checked the vacuum. We've got good vacuum. I've took the modulator loose. You can unscrew this modulator right here. And it has a pin in there plus a valve. And the pin is there. And when I screwed the modulator back in about 1/8 of an inch or so, it started getting tight. So that tells me it started pushing up on the pin. And that's about the distance you want anyway on the length of the pin. So we tightened it back down. We checked passing gear over here. The passing gear lever right here, when you push on the gas pedal, it does pull it. You see that?
Yeah.
It does pull it all the way, and it does go back to its normal position. So it's not holding the tranny in passing gear, anything like that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling the tail housing off first.
The pan's got a leak.
Yeah, we're going to, instead of pulling the pan and draining it, I want to look at the governor first to see if the governor's messed up. That way I don't have to put the pan back on and fill it full of fluid. It's going to be a simple fix if the governor's messed up. You can come here and look here on how these governors will do. This is a C-4 governor here. It should have a valve and spring and a little retainer here, but it does have the valve and spring and retainer in it that makes this valve work here. But this governor, if you blow it off with air, this right here, actually come over here, Teresa, and I'll show you real quick how this will do this real quick.
Now, are you gonna have to take the whole transmission out?
Well, I don't have my air turned on. No, I'm gonna pull the tail housing off first, but if you blow this governor off with air, this right there will get cocked. You can see how that got cocked, and now the valve won't move.
Yeah.
If you put it back, now the valve moves all the way through it. But it's so easy to blow that off with air and get it cocked, and you not know that you did it. You know, like I said, this tranny hasn't worked since they brought it to us. So I'm going to go in there and check this governor first to see if this is the problem. That way I don't have to put the pan back on, fill it back full of fluid. It'll be a really simple fix. Go drive it and be done with it. Or we'll get it back in there and fix the leak anyway.
Yeah. And this guy, this is a project him and his son are doing.
Yes.
And he's actually been driving this too. And now that we have it up on the lift, Richie has to show you. We probably shouldn't have drove it either, but look at this.
If you look here, the lug nuts are all tight and torqued down to spec, but if you grab the wheel, I do not know what's going on here.
And it's not just this one.
No, it's not this one. This one's the same way.
This one is the exact same way.
The lug nuts are tight, so it's a 4-hole wheel. This is a 4 lug nut style car, but I don't know how that's loose like that because it's rocking on the drum. See?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I really don't know. But I'm going to get the drive shaft out of this real quick so we can get to the tail housing.
That sounds like a plan, Richard.
And see what that looks like. I say this thing's, I'm not sure how many miles on it. I didn't even look to see how many miles this little car's got on it.
No, I don't know either.
But he's restoring it a little bit to give to his son when he graduates from school.
Yeah, like I said, this is a project
Mm-hmm.
for between him and his son.
I wish he was able to get it to me beforehand. That way we don't have this issue, but sometimes you just have that issue. But this could be the problem. I'm hoping it is. Make it a lot simpler on us than having to check this out, check the valve body out. I mean, I don't want to have to do all that. And I don't want to have to pull it. There's no signs of it slipping or anything, so I think all the internals are probably going to be good. Got quite a bit of fluid in it. I mean, the yoke needs to be Scotch-Brighted up a little bit to get some of that varnish off there for the new seal. It's got greasable U-joints and stuff in it. That one looks new. This one here looks pretty new too. At least it's got grease earth on it. We can go in and put a little grease in there. Make it nice for him.
That's a lot of fluid draining out of that.
Yeah. Turn it sideways here, but we should be able to get up under it. The emergency brake cable, start getting it unhooked, get it out of the way. Kind of nice to have a left arm working.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a long time coming.
Yep.
Try to hook this there. So it don't come back and get us.
Well, if it does, I'm not saving your life this time like I did with the piece of wood.
You're not?
No. It's going to have to just hit you in the back of the head.
Ford does have a 7/16 little bolt here that holds the cable in. So set it over on the lift. What I like about having a lift, you can just set your bolts wherever. There we go. Gear looks really nice. Like I said, we're just trying to check the easy thing first. That way, we're not having to pull the pan and the valve body on a first test drive. So is that
Well,
nice?
and you still may have to because it's leaking.
Yeah.
The pan is, so you're going to have to put a gasket on it. You can sure hear this thing coming down the road, huh?
Do what?
I said you can sure hear this thing coming down the road.
Oh, it's noisy.
It's loud. to the drags this weekend. They had a big drag race flashlight shootout from the Contagion guys over there.
Oh, we had a blast.
Yeah, it was fun. That's why my voice sounds like it does, because our daughter was racing her fiance's little truck, and I was screaming for her. She was looking good.
Make it hard to get to.
Is that hard?
Holding
your arm up there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least it's working. It has a lot of strength in the morning, gets a little weaker toward the end of the day.
Yeah.
Can't get in here very good.
No.
Come on. Exhaust pipe is right in the way. And then that cable is right in the way too. It's real stiff. Come on. I could have swore that was a 15. I don't know if they got the original bolts in here or what's back here. But you can't see it. Impact's a little bit heavy for the hand. But for the arm anyway.
To keep it up there like that.
Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes you gotta grab it and throw it up there. And
Yeah.
it'll go.
Then it'll go.
What these are. 3/4, 11/16. There we go. Hoping this will lean down a little bit so I can get that cross member out of there. There's that bolt. I don't know why I should have stuck that bolt through that way, both of them.
Yeah.
Made it a lot easier to get out of there for sure.
We'll fix that for him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to be fun.
I didn't want to have to mess with the exhaust. Look at that.
There you go. That was a lot easier than I thought.
I'm telling you.
What I thought.
Washer fill. They got a nut and washer there. I don't understand that.
It's a little bigger.
Oops.
How many times you going to do that?
I don't know. I got to get used to getting out of the car, I guess.
I guess so.
Been a while. Okay. Pop our vacuum line off. Kind of let our tranny hang a little bit. We already know we're going to lose a ton of fluid. Just got to remember to duck.
Yeah. What is that, the second time?
Yeah. Starting to knock some sense into me.
Bringing it all back, right?
Yeah. That must be tight. Oops, I gotta go turn my air on. I can't believe I haven't turned my air on yet. You go do that real quick, guys. Be right back.
There it is. I just heard it.
Sorry to hold you up. I thought the electric would do it, actually. But sometimes it won't.
Guess not.
No, I like air over electric anyway. Sounds better. Sounds a lot better. Definitely got all the bolts tight. Okay. So I want to take the governor off and then look at that little clip and see what's going on. We got a lot of fluid. Nice when you tear the gasket.
Sarcasm.
Well, I'm going to look at the clip first and just verify that it's, I don't like to hit it with an impact first to see if something's messed up there. But the clip shows to be there in the right position. You can see here the clip's all the way out, or the little washer's all the way out where it's supposed to be. So that should work. But I'm going to go ahead and take it off and let's see if there's anything else that could be wrong.
Need attention.
Mm-hmm. This governor will only bolt on one way on the shaft. So. Now he did the same thing like I do. I always put the check ball inside here if it's in there. That way if this valve ever gets stuck right here, the little check ball rattling will loosen the valve up a little bit. Do you want to walk over here real quick, Teresa?
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks good there. Come over here on the bench. You see this valve moves all the way. Clip's not cocked or anything like that where the valve won't move. So then you want to check this valve, make sure it's free. It shows to be free. If you notice, this retainer's got these little fingers on it to make sure you slide it down in there right. Now there will be a spring in here. I hate gloves, and I hate gloves. Like crazy. Get out of there. These gloves make it so slippery. There we go. But you have a spring a little check ball. And this is just a 350 700 check ball that they put in here. That way, if the valve's 6, you can kind of throw it in park and rattle it a little bit and shake that valve up in case it has second gear starts or something. The governor looks really good. I'll clean this one up and I'll go ahead and put it to the side, and I'll put a totally different governor in it. That way we know it's not the governor having a fault or anything like that. So, but anyway, it's hot in here, Teresa, huh? It's supposed to be 103 degrees today.
103 today, 105 tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll get this part fixed here, get the tail housing back on, and then we will drop the pan. I doubt there's going to be anything to pan. Fluid looks really nice, but we'll go take the valve body apart, see what we find there, and we'll do another video getting the valve body off, taking it apart stuff. So, hey guys, we're finally back. Hopefully we can get some work and some videos going. Got a shoulder that actually works really well. Teresa's happy, but man, that honey-do list is getting long already. They don't ever forget about that. We love you, Teresa. Thank you very much. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, push the old notification bell, and we'll be back shortly. Have a great day.